Are you ready for this? Check out this sunset. I cannot believe that I live here. Welcome back to Shanghai. It is a Friday night and we're gonna have fun downtown Shanghai tonight. I'm gonna do a little update because I've been living in Shanghai for 3 months now, and oh my gosh, what an experience it is to live in a place like this. Let me show you the sunset again because in a few minutes it's gonna be pretty special when the lights turn on. Look at that. That is the Oriental Pearl Tower. It is almost 6. What a view. What a city. What a country. Shanghai Tower, the 3rd tallest building in the whole world. There are so many people here right now getting their pictures. There are 0 people from Shanghai here. All of these people are tourists. In today's video, we're going to be walking around Lujiazui. That is the name of this area where the skyline is. It's pretty much downtown Shanghai. And then we're going to be getting some dinner. Maybe inside this shopping mall here. Not too sure yet where we're going to get some dinner, but I have some explaining to do. The Oriental Pearl Tower is the most iconic tower in the Shanghai skyline, and it is getting ready to turn on in just a few minutes. All of these buildings are going to be lit up and it's going to be absolutely incredible. A few videos ago, I showed you the lighting ceremony from the Bund, which is across the river. So right now, I'm in Pudong. Shanghai is split right in half by the Huangpu River. We have Pudong in the east and we have Puxi in the west. I'm in Pudong right now. This is where I live. I live in Pudong. And the Bund is in Puxi, which is across the river, which is where most people watch the lighting ceremony. That is where Nanjing Road is. And it is just over there. I can actually see some ferries on the river. Look at that. That is amazing. But we're going to watch the lighting ceremony from Lujiazui tonight. Something I've never done before. I was trying to think if I've ever watched the lights turn on from here, and I don't think I have. But I literally feel like I'm surrounded by tall buildings. Well, I am. And I've never seen the lights turn on from here, so it's going to be pretty special. Cannot wait for that. 6 p.m. right now. It's going to happen very, very soon. The roundabout is already lit up. In today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about my job, a little bit about what is it like living in Shanghai, because like I said, 3 months I've been here now, and I have these days where it really hits home that I am so far away from where my family is. I'm so far away from my own country, and sometimes I love it and sometimes I don't. And the last 3 months have been quite the experience. So let's talk about life in Shanghai, but we are going to wait for the lighting ceremony first. There are many people trying to get their iconic pictures with the Oriental Pearl Tower. Look at that. That is amazing. There is a huge Disney store down here. Can you see Mickey? There he is. There's Mickey. So we are downtown Shanghai right now. And if you've never seen the real streets of China before, welcome to my videos because I show you what the real China looks like. You're not going to see homeless people here. I don't see a single piece of trash. Nobody's fighting. Nobody's drunk. Nobody's trying to scam me. There are beautiful flowers everywhere you look. China is absolutely not perfect. There are so many things that China is still working on and still developing, but they do many things the right way. And that is why I love living here most of the time. I would say 90% of the time I love living here, and some of those days I just want some familiarity. I miss home, but I'm so thankful to have this experience of living in a place like this. And I hope that you've enjoyed seeing the real China. There are so many more videos coming, so hit subscribe if you're interested because I'm living here. I'm not a tourist. I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me for a picture and ask me questions, and I tell them, well, 不是游客. I'm not a tourist. I live in Shanghai, and they get so excited that I can speak Chinese. They get so excited that I actually live here, and I just finished work. I still have my work clothes on. I have my work bag, so it is an amazing experience to live in a place like this. And I'm so happy that I can share it with you, and I'm so excited that there's so many people out there that watch one of my videos and subscribe and want to see more of China. Like, I don't care what you think of China, I'm just showing you what real life looks like. Anyway, let's wait for these lights because it's happening very soon. Just look at it. Look at it. Wow. There are some days where I feel so far away from home. And right now is one of those moments. Another thing I love about living in China, it is extremely affordable, and they have professional photographers here. Guess how much it costs to have your professional photo done right in front of the most iconic tower in Shanghai? Well, let me show you. You can get a 12-inch photo for 40 yuan. That is less than $6 US. $6 US. If you want to add a frame, it is 10 yuan. That is $1.50. So you can get a photo in a frame in front of the most iconic tower in Shanghai for less than $8. Can you do that in Times Square? No. Can you do that anywhere in London? No, absolutely not. It is getting darker every second. I have no idea why. I've never watched the lighting ceremony from this area. But there is a huge aquarium here, the Shanghai Ocean Aquarium, and next week I'm going here on a field trip with my students. It is going to be absolutely crazy. They're going to love it so much. It's very cool. You can visit there. The tickets are like $20 US. Definitely go there. It is literally right there. But I'll be there next week with my students. The atmosphere is just so good. Seems like everybody is just so happy to be here, enjoying the moment, taking some pictures. So there's a huge roundabout here, and there's a huge, would you call it pedestrian roundabout? I'm not sure, but you can walk in a full circle here, so you get a great view of all of the towers. And there's those beautiful flowers again. It is currently 6:14. I just said to the security guard, I said, 几点开灯, which means what time do the lights turn on? And he said, 已经了, which means they already did. It is not fully dark yet. The sun is not fully set, so that is why you cannot see it in all of its glory. But the lights are on. Look at that. Maybe 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, and the sun will be gone. And it is going to be quite a sight. I think I'm just going to hang out in front of the Shanghai Tower until it's fully dark. Should be very soon. Just people watching. I see so many foreigners here. So many, so many. I'm also going to show you a secret spot on where you can get a great view of the Bund. Look at this place. It's so cool. I cannot believe that I live here. Let me show you the secret location. There's that big Mickey. I've got to stop by and see my favorite Donald Duck first. There he is. So this was actually the first ever Disney store in China. It is one of the biggest in the entire world. And they're playing Disney songs. Every hour on the hour, something special will happen to the clock tower. And I'm going to Shanghai Disneyland very, very soon, so hit subscribe if you want to see that. It is very, very different from the parks in the US. I feel like I live in the future sometimes. It is such a futuristic and modern city. Like I said, they're still developing on some things, but there's so many great things that they have in China that they just don't have at the rest of the world. It's incredible to live here. Okay, I'm going to show you, but you have to promise not to tell anyone about the secret location to get great pictures with the Oriental Pearl Tower. Look at that. Doesn't even look real in real life. I don't know how it looks on the video for you, but in real life, oh my gosh, doesn't even look real. So the thing that I need to explain is this is the first video that I filmed in probably 3 or 4 weeks, but I've still been uploading videos that I filmed during the Chinese New Year, which was in February, and it is almost April now. So I am sorry about that. But the very good reason that I haven't filmed a video in a few weeks is I've been so busy. I've been thrown straight into work. It is a very, very challenging position that I'm in. I love it because I love being a teacher. I love being around kids. But I have a very, very challenging position. And I've just been too busy and too tired to get out there and film videos. But there are so many coming. We're definitely going to be exploring the rest of China, not only Shanghai. So that's coming up very, very soon. And in 1 month, 2 months, I'm going to be in Beijing for a very, very special reason. But first, look at that. Just doesn't even look real. Looks like AI. One thing that I highly don't recommend, let me show you. This is something you shouldn't do. And when you look up top things to do in Shanghai, this is always on the list. And you shouldn't do it. So save your money and don't do the Bund sightseeing tunnel. This one, the Bund sightseeing tunnel. Don't do it, not worth it. It's not worth it, don't do it. Okay, trust me on this one. Get ready for this view. I'm going to tell you exactly where you need to come to get this view because it is the absolute best place to come and get your pictures with the Oriental Pearl Tower. Just look at it. Just look at it. It is not even fully dark yet, so it's going to get even more beautiful. Wow. During Chinese New Year, it was lit up red for China, obviously, but it's usually pink and purple. And the names of these streets, I'm sure you'll be able to read it, but it is Fuchang Road. There's Fuchang Road. And it is Mingjutao Road. Okay, this is Tower Road and Fuchang Road. So come to this exact spot and you're going to get that view. Look at it. Does not even look real. You are welcome. I remember coming here very, very early in the morning one time. Maybe 5:30. It was definitely before 6 and there was nobody here. No cars, no people. And then you get that view. Come in the springtime. Visit Shanghai in the spring. Don't come in the summer, way too hot. Don't come in the winter, way too cold. But when the weather is beautiful in the morning, it is so nice to walk around this area. And we're heading to the river, the Huangpu River, which I mentioned before. And we're going to get a very, very special view of the Bund. Because like I said, most people, they watch the lighting ceremony, they look at the towers from the Bund. But right now we're going to be at Lujiazui looking at the Bund. So it's going to be a very, very unique view. It is not a hidden gem, by the way, so I was lying about it being a secret. It's very, very popular. Many, many people like to go there and take some cool pictures. So we're on our way there. Well, we're almost there. The river's right there. I can also show you one of my favorite places to run. It is here. There's a running track that goes all the way along the river, and if you go, maybe it's a 10k. If you go 10k that way, you're gonna get to where I live. You're gonna get to my home. So it takes me 10k to get to the Oriental Pearl Tower. Let's go up here. It is a beautiful place to run or ride a bike. Highly recommend you get a shared bike or you hire a bike and do the East Bund. Okay, it is called East Bund. We're on the east side of the river. It is the East Bund. And I've already made it to the river. There's the Bund over there. Look at that. So cool. Isn't that just unbelievable? The weather right now is absolutely perfect as well. Look at it. That is so cool. So, the top things you have to visit if you ever come to Shanghai, it is the Bund, which is right there. It is Nanjing Road, which is right there. We have Yuyuan, which is right there. We have Jing'an Temple, which is a little bit over there. And you can go to Shanghai Disneyland as well. But what a city. This is definitely one of those experiences where when I'm 80 years old, when I'm 90 years old, I'll be telling my kids and grandkids all the stories about me living in China. It is such a unique experience. I'm so thankful every single day, and I'm definitely mind blown every day that I live here. I can't believe it. It's an incredible experience, but it's such a cool place to live. It's so far away from my home. It's so different from my home, but it's very, very cool as well. A lot of people here. This photo spot down here is very, very popular. It's very famous. A lot of influencers. I am definitely not. but this is a great spot to see the lighting ceremony, to take some cool pictures. Look at all these professional cameras. I think people have doing a time lapse. Very, very nice. Wow, and we can just see the top. Sorry about the spin. We can see the top of the Oriental Hotel right there. There's a restaurant up there. It spins. Spinning restaurant. Definitely go there. Some more people in here taking their pictures. So this area here is very, very popular on social media. Many people come here to take pictures. Many influencers. Look at all these people. People try and get their serious pictures because you get that view. Try not to get in the way of everybody. Great place to watch the lighting ceremony. I did watch it here once, I remember once, but from Lujiazui. Tonight was the first time, so definitely come here. East Bund. More people down here. Right about here, I'm in line with Nanjing Road because right there is the Peace Hotel. Very, very famous. But Nanjing Road is the main pedestrian street in Shanghai. Very, very busy. I can see so many people over there. And it's a Friday night, so the crowds are going to be high. It is going to be crazy over there. But this is the view. There it is. Nanjing Road is right there. That's the Peace Hotel. And you're going to see ferries go up and down. You can take a night cruise. You can have dinner on the ferry. It's very nice. Over there is the International Cruise Terminal. I filmed a video there very recently. Go back and watch that. You get a great view of the Bund and the skyline, of course. Such a cool place. Look at this. I honestly cannot tell you how excited I am now that the weather's starting to get a little bit better, because I hate the winter. I hate the cold weather. I get extremely demotivated when the weather is cold, but now it's starting to warm up. A few days I have not been wearing a big jacket. I am today, but a few days recently I haven't needed it. So I'm so excited to get out there, film some videos. I'm gonna be traveling very, very soon outside of Shanghai. It's gonna be happening next week. It's happening next week, so hit subscribe. Like I said, with the videos, I'm very sorry that I haven't filmed any videos very recently, but I've still been keeping up with the uploads because I did film a lot of videos in February because I had the whole month off for the Chinese New Year. So I got to Shanghai at the beginning of January. I worked for a month and then I had a whole month off, which was very unexpected because I didn't know I was going to have the whole month of February off. So it was a nice surprise, but I got a lot of filming done. So the videos that you've been watching in March were filmed in February, so I'm sorry about that, but I've still been keeping up with the uploads. But the uploads are going to be more frequent now. At the moment I've been doing just Sundays, but now I'm going to be trying doing Wednesday, Sundays, just because the weather's getting better, there's more opportunities to film stuff, and work has started to calm down, because of course that is my main priority. That is the main reason, well, that is the reason why I'm here. So I'm definitely getting into the groove of things, getting more comfortable, because it's been challenging, let me just say that. But yeah, I'm so glad that I get so many messages every day to say that they're excited to see more videos, and there's definitely more coming. And I try to make them as real as possible. I've started a series recently that's a normal day in China, where I literally just pick a random place, a random area that is not touristy at all in China, and I just film it and show you what the people are doing there, what it looks like. And yeah, I filmed the first one in the area that I used to live in. So there's definitely more episodes of those coming up, a normal day in China, because so many people told me it's a great idea and they enjoy seeing it. And like I said, I don't care what you think of China. So if you're gonna write negative comments about this or that, like, I honestly don't care. I'm not trying to change your opinion. I'm just trying to show you what real life is like, because maybe you didn't know that China looks like this. I honestly don't know what your opinion of China is, but I'm happy that I could be the one to show you the real streets and, you know, give my opinion. Not that my opinion matters anyway, but I'm just giving you my opinion on my experiences, because I'm here right now. I'm standing in the middle of China and you're watching this video wherever you are in the world, and I'm so happy that you are. So I appreciate it very much. We're going to try and get some dinner. I'm still considering, should I cross the river, because I live on this side of the river. I'm considering taking the ferry. Should we take the ferry? Let's take the ferry. Should we take the ferry? let's go take the ferry. Let's go take the ferry. We're gonna get a great view of the skyline anyway. Let's do that. Don't think I've ever taken the ferry at night. I almost just tripped over that dog. There goes a big ferry. I'm not gonna take the ferry across the river because I did say that I'm gonna get dinner in the shopping mall over there by the Oriental Pearl Tower. So let's do that. So very soon I'll show you what the ferry looks like at night crossing the Huangpu River. But let's go back to the skyline. I want to say one more thing. I never talk about politics, but one thing you absolutely have to know is I've been to 70 countries, 70, and China is the safest country I've ever been to in my life. It is a Friday night right now, and I'm from London. I grew up in London, but I would not feel safe walking around London on a Friday night. But I feel extremely safe here, so it is so easy to live here. It's very comfortable, it's very convenient, and it's very, very easy for me to film videos here because I feel extremely safe. I just wanted to say that, just in case you didn't know, China is very safe. Here is that running and biking track again. Again, highly recommend it. East Bund, get a bike or run. It's very nice. Look at that. Look at that. Incredible. So what I said earlier, all those people over there, none of them are from Shanghai. It's the same as in London and New York. Like, how many New Yorkers go to Times Square? Not many. And how many Londoners will just walk around Oxford Street? Again, not many unless they're there for a specific reason. I don't think there's many New Yorkers that go to Times Square to take pictures, right? It's exactly the same here. Not many Shanghai people just hang around Lujiazui and taking pictures. But that being said, I do live here, but I will be doing all of the touristy things in Shanghai. I did say that there's a restaurant at the top of the Oriental Pearl Tower. It's a rotating restaurant. I've been there before. It is a great experience and I will be doing it again very soon. I can see it, the Shanghai Tower. You can go right to the top of the Shanghai Tower. We'll be doing that again very, very soon. The restaurant is up there. So all of the touristy things I'm gonna be doing because they're great experiences and I like experiencing Shanghai even though I do live here. One thing I won't be experiencing is the Bund sightseeing tunnel again. I'm gonna recommend that you not do it. Do it if you want, but I don't recommend it. It's right there. There's better ways to spend your money. Go to Mishui Bingchang instead. Just behind me is the Oriental Riverside Hotel, another great photo spot. There's only a few people here, but again, you get that view. Another great place to come and get your pictures. Definitely do that. Quickly, this car has a green license plate. This car has a blue license plate. That green car is electric. This blue car is a gas car. There you go. This taxi has a green, it's electric. Blue takes gas. And most of the cars on the streets of China are electric. So the streets are going to be very, very quiet. Well, you're not going to hear engines. I wouldn't say it's going to be quiet because there's a lot of hooting and tooting. I know I've said it 10 times already, but just look at it. It is so iconic, so unique, it's beautiful. I'm heading back to that roundabout. And I do think we are going to go inside that shopping mall that I said and get some dinner. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I've been eating very, very healthy because I have an extremely difficult marathon coming up. If you didn't know, I was going to say a serious runner, but I'm a runner and I'm attempting to run 2,026 miles in 2026. I have another YouTube channel which is documenting that journey, so there's a link in the description if you want to run with me. So I also did say that China is still developing, but it's already developed so fast. There are literally pictures of Shanghai 30, 40, 50 years ago and there was nothing here. Absolutely nothing. So all of this stuff here is pretty new. It is incredible how fast China is developing. It's still on its way, still developing, but they've made such great progress. Passing by that Disney store again. The music is so peaceful. There's many, many unique things that you can only buy here, which I'll show you when I go to Shanghai Disneyland very soon. I'm honestly so thankful that I get to live here. I'm so thankful I get to live in a place that so many people want to visit. There's so many tourists here and a lot of foreign tourists, which is a good thing that so many people are coming here and seeing the real China. But this is where we're going to get dinner. I'm not sure what I fancy. I don't know what I want to eat yet, but we're gonna find something. If you've never seen a Chinese shopping mall before, here you go. They're always huge. They're always very clean, impressive. You can get absolutely anything you want. I think I've said so many things about Chinese shopping malls before, but they're always so cool. But we need to find some dinner. Let's see what we can eat. I've been here for 3 months, and tonight, I think I've seen more foreigners tonight than I've seen any other day since I've been here. One thing I have to show you before we eat is Huawei. So they sell phones and they sell cars. Yep, in the same store. So you can buy a new car and your phone at the same time. I've just seen Burger King and I'm a little bit tempted, but I'm not going to do it. I've been eating so good for the last few months, and I do have the marathon coming up, so no junk food. Gonna try and find some delicious rice or some noodles because very, very tempted by Burger King. We found the good stuff, food and beverage. Let's go downstairs. I can already smell it. It smells delicious. There it is, but I'm not going anywhere near there. I do remember I've been here before. I came here a few weeks ago and I had some delicious rice. I think I had rice that day, but there's a huge food court over here. Yes, I remember this place. There's so many little stores that you can choose from. I think I ate from that place over there before. Maybe we try something else. There's a lot on offer. I think I made a very good choice. Roasted duck with rice. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Got some soup as well. Let's eat. One thing that surprises me sometimes is some of the rice dishes, they have peanuts. Like, literally just fresh peanuts. And they just put it on top. They don't even like mix it in or anything. But this cost me 26 yuan, which is $3.70 US. Less than $4 for this delicious roasted duck with rice. Incredible. It is so crispy. Look at that. Very, very crispy skin. And there's those peanuts. I'm absolutely stuffed. That was delicious. I didn't see a single foreigner in there. And I look over at Burger King. So many foreigners over there. It is ridiculous. They're missing out on so much delicious food. We can take another look at the shopping mall here. A few Americans have told me that shopping malls in America are dying. But that is absolutely not true here. They are thriving, and they're building more and more of these everywhere across Shanghai and across China. And I think the main reason why they're dying in America but they're not dying here is because people can afford to go shopping here because it is very, very affordable, and the cost of living in America and the UK has become so expensive that people cannot go shopping. Of course, there's many other reasons why they don't go to shopping malls, and I think one of the reasons is people like to go to shopping malls here because they look like this. They're beautiful, they're very clean, they're very modern, they have everything you can possibly want. I just had a delicious dinner for $4 US, 26 yuan. You cannot do that in the UK or the US. You can't do it. So that is why shopping malls here are thriving. And it's great to see because who doesn't like walking around a shopping mall? It is great. So there's many things that makes life in China very, very convenient, and this is one of them. This is a portable charger. I came straight from work, so my phone while I was eating dinner was at 4%. So these machines are absolutely everywhere around China. I just take my phone, I scan this QR code, I charged it for around 30 minutes. It's gonna cost me 50 cents. So I just finished, I'm gonna put it back in, and I can show you what that looks like. So I could just find any empty spot. So there is one right here. So let's use that. So I put it back in, and that's it. It's going to start charging again for the next person. 50 cents to charge my phone. Very, very convenient. I'm heading back outside now. It is 8 p.m. and I think the crowds are going to be crazy. That might be the biggest rabbit I've ever seen. White rabbit is candy. But let's go and check out these crowds. And here we go. We are back. We are back. Look at that. That is amazing. I'm gonna do one lap of the roundabout here and then head to the metro station and head on home. I live here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's take a walk. Still a lot of people getting their pictures. Metro station is just over here. The crowds right now are extremely low. During the summertime, it is going to be absolutely packed. You will not be able to move, so look forward to that. A quick word on the lighting ceremony. So during the winter, it's going to be 6 p.m. and the summer it is 7 p.m. just because of the different times of the sunset. Here's another one of those portable charger machines. If you visit Shanghai, if you visit China and you go to McDonald's, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Let's get our last look at the Oriental Pearl Tower, because the metro station is just down here. Lujiazui does have its own metro station. Go out of exit 1 and you are immediately going to see the Oriental Pearl Tower. That is going to be our last view of the tower. Thank you so much for spending this Friday night here in Lujiazui, downtown Shanghai with me. I cannot believe that I live here. It's going to take me 20 minutes to get home on the metro. Yes, I live 20 minutes from here. I hope that you had fun watching this video, and I hope that you want to see more of China. I'm here to stay. So many more videos coming. I'm going to be leaving Shanghai very, very soon and traveling to some amazing places, and I can't wait to take you along with me. I hope that you want to see more. Hit subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you next time. Goodbye. 再见.